Let's talk about where you live. Is that a big city or a small place? I live in Seoul, which is the capital city of South Korea, and it is a big city which has everything from modern art galleries, great shopping places, famous restaurants, as well as huge city parks where you can enjoy a picnic. What's your hometown famous for? Seoul is known for its bustling atmosphere. I mean, there are plenty of interesting places and things to do in Seoul. You can easily find lots of cool cafes and famous restaurants that are totally worth checking out. Do you think you will continue living there for a long time? Well, I would love to live in Seoul for good because I'm very satisfied with living there. But I'm planning to study abroad next year and I might end up settling down somewhere else. You never know. What languages can you speak? Well, obviously, I speak Korean and English. Well, since Korean is my mother tongue, of course I'm fluent in it. Well, English, on the other hand, is my second language that I'm still learning, so I can't speak English as fluently as Korean, but I'm trying. What languages would you like to learn in the future? Well, I've always been interested in Japanese because I enjoy their movies and animations. Well, I watch them quite often, maybe once or twice a month. So I've learned a little bit of Japanese from these movies. But if I have the chance, I would love to take a Japanese class and learn more about it. How do you learn a foreign language? There are a number of ways I can learn a foreign language these days. Nowadays there are various sources that you can learn about foreign languages on the internet. You can Google to find websites or information related to language classes or search YouTube videos teaching languages. How are languages taught and learned in your school? When I was in high school, we had English classes that were quite boring because, they focused too much on reading and grammar. The English I learned from school was not very practical and seemed quite useless. Do you like rainy days? Why or why not? I'm not too fond of rainy days. I don't like getting my clothes or shoes all wet when it's raining. Well, on top of that, the humid weather that accompanies rain is something I can't stand. It's just so unpleasant. Does it rain much in your city? In summer, we have a rainy season when we get a significant amount of rainfall. But during the other seasons, I don't think we receive much rain. Would you like to live in a dry or wet place? I would rather have dry weather because I'm not too fond of sticky feelings. When it's hot and humid, I feel so sticky and don't want to do anything outside. So I do prefer dry weather. Describe the game you enjoyed playing when you were younger. Okay, let me tell you about the game that I enjoyed playing when I was young. When I was like sixth grade, I was so into computer games. So at the time, I loved pretty much all kinds of online games. But my favorite game was a kart racing game called Kart Rider. Well, which was super popular among children. It was so much fun that I often lost track of time. Time flies by when I played this game. So I enjoyed playing this game very often, like more than 3 or 4 times a week. And I had a friend who liked it as much as I did, so we often enjoyed it together. It was great that I had someone to play this game with. So we even had our go-to internet cafe, which was within walking distance from where I lived. So going there, playing kart rider for over 2 hours after school was our absolute favorite activity. Well, we really liked this place, not only for the enjoyable game, but also because all the staff working there were so kind and friendly. And the owner, we called him Uncle Kim, always gave us some snacks and sodas. It's such a good memory that I have from my childhood, so I miss the good old days. So when I received this cue card question, my favorite childhood game, Kart Rider, immediately came to mind. What games do kids like to play now? Well, I'm not sure if I'm the right person to ask, but from what I've seen, children nowadays seem to love various online games that can be played on their smartphones. I've noticed my nephews and young cousins spending a lot of time playing these games. Although I'm not familiar with the specific games they play, it seems like they are quite addicted to them. Are outdoor sports important for kids? Yes, it's wonderful to provide children with the opportunity to enjoy outdoor sports like hiking and cycling. Not only do they have the chance to learn from nature, but they also get to breathe in fresh air. Moreover, it's great for both physical and mental health. It helps them reduce stress and feel more energetic. Why do people play different games now than before? There are various reasons why people play different games now than before, but the most obvious reason is that all the games have developed a lot. I mean, games in recent years have a lot better quality and captivating storylines. I also only play the games that are quite new, which are just so much fun that I often lost track of time. Is winning important in games? Well, it depends on what game you're referring to. If you're talking about just online games with some friends, winning is not that important. It's more about having a fun time together. I sometimes play a game called Games for All with one of my friends, June. He's so into this game, and so am I. So when we play it, the emphasis is not on winning, but rather on enjoying the experience and spending quality time together.